We're here today at Game Developers Conference in San Francisco.
It was a little smaller last year. What are we going to get this year?
Game Developers Conference this year is back, bigger than it was last year. This year we're fully focusing on the in-person experience. 330 exhibitors here at Moscone.
This is the biggest exhibit hall you've ever had?
Biggest exhibit hall we've ever had, which is very exciting.
People see Game Developers Conference. They think about people writing code, but there's so much more that goes into a game.
Audio, there's the visual arts actually designing the game, there's the game narrative, writing the script.
There's so much artistry, there's so much technical skill. All these separate disciplines come together to create one product.
The creative energy at GDC is fantastic. You'll see people walking around with different color hair and all kinds of funky outfits.
Is it different from other tech conferences in that way?
I think so. I've also worked on Black Hat, which is very much all black and hoodies, and so it's a little different than that vibe.
Does it make you smile when you see people from all walks of life come into this building?
Absolutely, yes, I love that. It's really cool to see so many people from different backgrounds come in. And I get to see friends who I only get to see once a year at the Game Developers Conference.
I'm just excited to see everyone gathered and networking and making the most of this week in San Francisco.
I'm from San Francisco and I love San Francisco. I live here. I think it's just a beautiful city.
It's not just what happens at Moscone, but it's what spills out into the streets around Moscone and across the street and down the block, right?
I think that's the joy of having an event in San Francisco, is that we truly take over the city. And so you'll run into people everywhere.
You guys didn't just throw a dart at a map and pick San Francisco. This started in the Bay.
It started out in someone's living room.
Chris Crawford's living room in San Jose in the 80s. We're on our 37th edition.
What are some of the things you're excited to do this year that you couldn't do last year?
Last year we didn't have our community spaces, our lounges on the show floor.
We'll have a design lounge, we'll have an audio lounge, game narrative, and visual art.
People can do little jam sessions, there's instruments in there. I'm excited to hear some of the music coming from there.
Is this all going to be a lot more interactive than last year?
Absolutely.
Our community features are very interactive and touch is required, and so this year it's a safer time and we're able to bring back all those features.
You know, I talked to these students who were so disappointed in 2020 that they couldn't come here and get their resumes out there. How big a deal is that?
That's a big focus of GDC is meeting and networking. So last year we started speed networking.
Speed networking, is that like speed dating?
Yes, exactly. So it's an hour session and you'll have 5-minute meetings and then you'll rotate around the room.
How important is that for people who are trying to get out there in the industry?
I think it makes it approachable. You know, for me, sometimes it's hard to go up to someone, but if I'm just having a little mini 5-minute meeting, it's not as intimidating.
Mentees, move to the next mentor.
I think that mentorship is extremely important. Veteran game developers helping new game developers learn skills.
I'm with West Virginia University. We have 13 students traveling with us right now. Getting to see that, hey, this is a career, and look at all these other people that are also here as part of their career. Because back in West Virginia, you don't always think that, hey, this is a career.
Are there technological breakthroughs or frontiers that are really going to be talked about a lot this week?
Generative AI is a big topic right now, especially with everything that's going on about the relationship between artists and AI.
Is it going to be used to create dialogue? Is it going to be used to create avatars?
I think that we can expect to see AI in the game industry and used as a tool, but what's important is figuring out how to use it in an ethical and inclusive way.
This is a big event. How are you feeling right now?
I'm so excited. I'm ready for everyone to get here and experience the GDC magic.